I heard somebody say that it's not true that women prioritize relationship with men over relationships with other women, and that is not true. Maybe the person that said that doesn't prioritize relationships with men over relationships with women, but that has not been my experience at all. Women will come on this app and say it's hard to make friends with women, and that's why they don't trust women, and that's why they only trust men. But at the same time, they'll keep going out on these dates, on these dating apps with men who ghost them, with men who love bomb them and ditch them after a couple of weeks or months. They keep staying in relationships with men who knock them in between the refrigerator and the stove on a weekly basis. They claim they're just so busy and life is just too much. People need to understand priorities, and I'm out here chasing my dreams and my goals. But if a man calls you or texts you back after disappearing for 2 weeks, you magically have all the time in the world. Y'all stop being friends after a girl's trip because y'all can't agree to go on an excursion or to go on brunch instead, but then y'all will stay with a guy for years that's been sleeping with your sister and make excuses for him. Women are on thin ice. Well, I went on Bumble BFF and this one girl, she was weird, so I was just like, I give up. But then you're on Bumble looking for a man after men have repeatedly dogged you out, yet you keep on being open to that and giving them chances. Moms will turn their backs on their children and kick them out at crazy ages in order to stay with a man who sleeps with everybody up and down the block. Sisters will isolate themselves from their entire family who loves and supports them so they can run up around some guy who hasn't had a job since Moses was a boy. Women will give up on their dreams, drop out of college, stop working towards that promotion, give up that dream of moving to somewhere new, all for some guy that they love who would never in a million years give up a damn thing for them. Get married, and then all of a sudden your single friends are the enemy, and you're on a pedestal now, and you're better and more wiser than them because you paid a couple bucks at the courthouse to get a marriage license, and automatically you're wise. You're all-knowing, and you can't hang around single people because they're going to make you single just like them. Meanwhile, you need to be fucking single because your husband is a goddamn loser. Trying to convince yourself that the reason that you gave up on your goals was because you love your kids so much and it was worth it. Meanwhile, your children are going to grow up and pity you because you gave up everything, and they're going to do the exact opposite of everything you did because they don't want to be like you. Patriarchy did their big one when they convinced women that we don't need each other. When they convinced women that we need men and relationships with men over relationships with everybody else. Patriarchy deserves an award for the fact that they convinced us that women are our enemies and they can't be trusted, but men, they're our allies and they can be trusted. Patriarchy did an amazing job at telling each other that women need to be on thin ice and our time needs to be limited with them. But for men, our time needs to be an ever-flowing waterfall of giving and understanding and of grace and of patience. Patriarchy did an amazing job at convincing women that you need to give up on your goals and your dreams because loving your children and loving your family is the ultimate fucking reward. I never want my kids to look at me and feel bad for me because I gave up everything. I mean, they would be thankful. I'm sure they would be thankful for it, but I never want them to look at me and be sad and be like, she gave up everything for me. That's a lot to put on a child. My daughter, for example, looks at me and she wants to be exactly like me. And to me, that is a badge of honor. She doesn't feel sorry for me. She's not planning a life to where she is the exact opposite of me because she sees what it did to me. My friendships with women are the most coveted prize that I have in my life because men come and go. Whether it's cheating, whether y'all grow apart, whether it's death or illness or some other factor, men come and go. But I can tell you this, have there been women in my life who have betrayed me. Yup. Have there been women in my life who have been haters and who have tried to sabotage me? Yup. But on that same note, women have also been the ones who have come through for me and who have saved my life and who have given me chances and who have given me opportunities. Men have just consistently been assholes. The good ones are few and far between. You're a woman who is saying some stupid shit like you can't trust women and this is why you prefer to be friends with men over women. You have got some shit to unpack, and there is nothing that you can tell me that is going to change my mind. You need help, and you've got a lot of growing to do. You're also a woman who has had irreparable damage done to them by men, but because of the conditioning that you've had in your life growing up, you think that they deserve forgiveness, but women deserve to forever be punished and shunned. Under patriarchy, no matter how many times and how much you lick the boots of men, they still don't value you. They still don't favor you. You still don't matter, and you don't gain their respect.